Everybody should have the opportunity that I've had to grow, develop and move on.
I found that support within colleagues, within managers.
I didn't just come into work, I came actually into a family.
My name is Mel Cook and I'm an operations lead and I work for ISS Facility Services and I live in a small town called Northwich in Cheshire.
My name is Alban Darwin Lloyd. I'm originally from St. Lucia and right now I'm the housekeeping and mailroom manager.
My mum was a machinist, so she used to work in a sewing factory making umbrellas, and my dad worked for Northern Dairies, which was a milkman. Nothing's ever been handed to us on a plate. We've always had to work for it and work hard for it.
My parents, which they did separate at a young age, my mother traveled, my father was on the other side of the community. Parents probably traveled to try and make a better life, to try and send money to help out back home.
My name is Igor Silva. I'm a technical energy manager and I live in London, UK. I grew up back in Brazil, a small city. My family was very religious and there was always this aspect of religion always being on top of everything else.
I mean, I started with a paper round when I was 10 because my mum and dad weren't that well off. So I started with a paper round every morning. I used to go out on my bike.
I think there's a major memory in my mind, which is when I was discovering physics, mathematics, and I was very keen to understand more about the universe. And I do remember showing my parents that I'm very interested in this subject. There was always, but let's talk about this later. Tonight we have got to go to the church. That's something which is more important than this. I'm not as free as I think of following my passion. I have to actually stick with what my parents actually want me to do.
When I got my first job as a bike salesman, in that first day on the job, I actually sold the most expensive bicycle that was in the store. That's when I start to realize there's more to myself and what I could do.
I didn't have great grades. I didn't go to university, so I couldn't start higher up the ladder. I knew I had to work hard.
I was 40 when my mother passed away. She had breast cancer. I didn't see myself very emotional. I actually started avoiding anyone else in my house. My performances at school just dropped.
Coming from the Caribbean to the UK, I don't have any pride in saying, okay, I'm not gonna do this job. So I started doing part-time cleaning. Everything they threw at me, I did it. After the 3.5 hours, I got a full-time job.
I was 21 years old when I decided to come to London. I only had support of my girlfriend. It was very, very different, so I didn't know the language. So my first job was as a cleaning operative. 3 years later, I could join college to study electronic engineering. Sometimes
the opportunities we want are not where we were born. My boss come and he's like, cleaning manager, she's not gonna be there anymore. We need somebody to step up. So I was like, I'm not too sure if I can do this for you. He said, give it 3 months. If you're not happy within 3 months, then you could go back to your job. Is it that you jump in the water and you swim, or you get a lifeguard to save you? So I decided I'm not getting drowned, I'm swimming. Since after then, I never turned back.
I started my career back in 1996. I went from catering assistant and the years rolled past and then my career just went like that. Every opportunity that came my way, I took, I grabbed at, I fought for.
The whole situation with my mother passing away when I was very young made me forget about what was my priorities and what was my dreams. That's something that I'm always going to remind myself of. That's what made me stay with ISS for such a long period. It's not only the support I have from them professionally, but also the way they treat you as a human being. It's people at first, business at second. So
it's like a rope with no end. No matter how high you climb, there is still something else that they could offer you. If it wasn't for ISS, probably I wouldn't be where I am. They gave me the opportunity.
So I suppose 28 years and over nearly 11 roles. You know, I started off as a placemaker, worked my way up to become a leader, putting the energy in and the effort in and working so hard to become what I am today. It does blow my mind a little bit.
There's this stigma about cleaning jobs. I found myself finding the most interesting people working for those roles. And now my dream is actually to give the opportunity to other people as well. Now I can see that it's not about what I can get, but it's the journey.
Sometimes you're in a meeting and you think, boy, watch where you are today. Then you have that smile on your face and everybody's like, why are you smiling? But they don't realize you're smiling because of you see that you achieve what you wanted to achieve already. But you're still going. The rope's not ended. It's just a good ride.
I've had every opportunity, so I want to make sure that all our placemakers have great opportunities out there to develop. If they want it, they can do it.